coward dies 1,000 deaths, brave but once. Like many people out there, I've spent a great portion of my life trying to run from pain, trying to run from suffering, trying to escape from the hardships of reality, from the hardships of the human condition. You know, the Buddha talks about how life is suffering of many different forms. It's what characterizes our existence. It's what reminds us that we are alive. It's an adaptive response, pain is. And it's ultimately a part of us. It's the pain that makes our story. Those traumatic experiences and all that we've had to go through. And it seems that the more I've tried to run away from pain and suffering, the more I've tried to prioritize comfort in my life, the more I've been crushed under the weight of my own weakness. This is what happens when we try to avoid the truth. Because the truth is that we are going to die. The truth is that life is painful. Pain is what reminds us that we're alive. And this is why, you see me busting out the shirt, I'll be putting in that pain, And when I'm putting in that pain, it's like nothing else matters. This is why people, some people are adrenaline junkies. They like that, facing that feeling of being near death, like jumping out of buildings, or not buildings, but planes, jumping out of planes, doing extreme things, skydiving, bungee jumping, cliff jumping. I jumped off a cliff in Jamaica, and man, I was scared shitless, man. When I got on that platform, I was like, why the fuck am I doing this? My knee might give out or whatever. But man, when I did that jump, man, what was it, like 35 feet? I felt alive after that, man. And that's the thing, our brain actually rewards us when we face our fears or when we go through extreme pain. And the reality is, the more we run from pain, the weaker we get, and the harder it is to face it once we invariably, inevitably, certainly come face to face with it. When a loved one dies, when we don't get the job we want, when we lose our job, or when turmoil is all around the political landscape and it seems as though nothing is going right in the world. What can we do? It's 1:12 on a Saturday afternoon. Me and my brothers are in here studying. We're in here. We don't want to do this. It sucks. It sucks. Sucks being a college student and, you know, packing bags to come sleep overnight to study for hours and hours and hours. This shit sucks. It's not enjoyable, right? But I'd rather go through this suffering than the suffering of regret, than the suffering of poor performance, than the suffering of not achieving what I know I am capable of. You can't escape pain, and perhaps even scarier, you can't escape yourself. Wherever you go, there you are. And I've tried many different ways to try to escape from pain, just like I'm sure that you have. But like I said before, a coward dies 1,000 deaths, as Shakespeare said. A coward dies 1,000 deaths every day, compromising for others, compromising yourself, your values, your principles, your ethics, your belief in yourself, everything. You die a little bit, your soul dies a little bit. The man you could have been, the woman you could have been dies just a little bit every time you compromise, every time you run away from what you know you need to be running through. Run away from what you need to be running through, running into the fray. Whatever it is, you're calling. You're afraid of what people are going to say. You're afraid of the price of success, which is sacrifice. A wise man once said the price of success is sacrifice. And not only that, the price of success is, and not just sacrificing things in your own life, like I'm sacrificing my time right now. I'm sacrificing money. I'm putting money into myself right now to do these types of things. But you're going to have to let go of certain people, because the fact of the matter is, chasing success, you're going to have to leave a few people behind. Robert Edson said, you can't go into the future holding on to the weight of the past, holding on to the people of the past, people that are on the same mission that you are, right? Die once, man. Die standing. Keep going, bro. Are you going to give up, bro? How many times are you going to let go of your dreams, your aspirations? Do you really want what you claim to want? I have to ask myself these questions, because if you really wanted it, you would do whatever it takes. You would go through whatever it takes. And it may seem trite, what doesn't kill you make you stronger, but it's true. A lot of these things that are cliches, these adages, there's so much wisdom in them. What are you willing to lose, man? What are you willing to let go? You got to make space for greatness in your life. And suffering is a companion that will never leave you. Your partner might leave you. Your parents are going to die. You are going to die. Your friends are going to die. But all the way, suffering will be with you. How will you host it? Will you make space for it? Will you make use of it? Or will you allow it to run rampant in your life? Will you try to elude it for your entire existence? How long are you going to exist before you decide to live? We can't live when we refuse to accept what comes with living: pain, suffering, toil, burden. Make a decision, man. I'm not running anymore, bro. Facts. Been running for 21 years from my destiny, from my calling. It's like a collect call. You got to pay the tax. You got to pay the cost. Are you willing to pay the charges to accept this call? That's all I got to say today, man. Stay frosty. Peace.